So, what really happened to Matthew Perry? And why is his doctor now facing over 100 years in prison? Because this story isn't just about a celebrity. It's about addiction, fame, greed, and a system that failed someone we all thought was okay. Let's start at the beginning. Matthew Perry grew up in Canada, and even as a teenager, something just didn't feel right. He felt like an outsider, like he wasn't good enough, like he would never be truly loved, and that feeling, it never left him. But one day, he found something that helped him escape it: alcohol. And just like that, the pain got quieter, the thoughts slowed down, but only for a little while. Matthew had a plan. He was going to become so famous that he'd never feel like that again. So, he moved to Los Angeles. He went to auditions, and in 1994, at just 24 years old, he got the role that would change everything: Chandler Bing on Friends. The show was massive. Matthew became a household name overnight. People loved him. He was making over $1 million per episode. He had everything he ever dreamed of, but somehow it still wasn't enough. Behind the scenes, Matthew was spiraling. He was drinking, popping painkillers, doing harder drugs, and at his worst, he was filming entire seasons of Friends without remembering a single scene. Jennifer Aniston eventually pulled him aside and said, "Matthew, I can smell the alcohol on you. I think you need help." He went to rehab. Then again, 15 times total. 6,000 AA meetings, over $7 million spent trying to get clean. But the feeling that haunted him since childhood, it always came back. A new hope. Then came something new: ketamine therapy. It was supposed to help with depression and anxiety. And for a while, it worked. But here's the thing: ketamine is dangerous. It's only supposed to be taken in a clinic with a doctor monitoring you the entire time. Otherwise, you could die. Matthew didn't want it just once a week. He wanted that feeling all the time. That's when he met Dr. P. Dr. P was a licensed physician, but when he saw a rich, vulnerable celebrity, he allegedly saw an opportunity. He didn't have experience in ketamine therapy, but that didn't stop him, so he reached out to another doctor, Dr. Chavez, to help him get more of the drug, and together they allegedly began supplying Matthew Perry with dangerously high amounts of ketamine. Dr. P even texted, "I wonder how much this will pay. Let's find out." Spoiler, one vial cost $12. He charged Matthew $2,000. Scene 6, the final mistake. Doc. P didn't have time to monitor Matthew himself, so he allegedly trained Matthew's assistant, Kenny, to inject him. Yes, a personal assistant, no medical background, just learning how to give powerful drug injections. And soon Matthew was getting those injections every day, alone, at home. Until one day, everything went wrong. Matthew was relaxing in his hot tub, his favorite place. Kenny gave him the injection, then left to run errands, and Matthew was left alone. The ketamine kicked in, and slowly, quietly, Matthew slipped beneath the water. He never came back up. Aftermath. News of his death shook the world. Everyone mourned the loss of a man who made millions laugh, while he quietly battled demons. But investigators started asking questions, and very quickly, things didn't add up. Dr. P allegedly falsified medical records, claimed he gave Matthew a much smaller dose. But the feds weren't buying it. He was arrested. So was Dr. Chavez. So was Kenny. Even 2 other alleged drug suppliers connected to the case were arrested. Dr. P is now facing over 100 years in prison. And yet, according to some reports, he's still practicing medicine, still accepting new patients. And the trial hasn't even started yet. Matthew Perry gave the world so much joy, but behind that smile was a lifetime of pain, addiction, and a system that failed to protect him. Let this story be a reminder. Fame doesn't heal, money doesn't cure, and behind every headline, there's a human being trying their best to survive. If you found this story powerful, consider liking and subscribing. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And let me know in the comments, what do you think really went wrong?